Welcome to another episode with your host, Robert E. Hansen, psychic medium, author, and public speaker.
Hi, welcome back. Today I'd like to discuss the topic, who is it that is watching? For those of you that are in the meditative practice, for those of you that are walking a spiritual path, we are often asked to recognize what we think, how we feel, not only emotionally, but how we feel physically. You know, if you are dealing with a head cold, if you're dealing with a bump on the knee, you're pretty much aware of it almost immediately. You bang your leg, you feel it right away, right? If you have a head cold, you wake up and you know your nose is stuffy. You know pretty much the condition of your body. You feel the aches, you feel the pains, you feel this, you feel that, you feel the good, you feel the bad. You're very, quote, aware of these body sensory reactions, right? When you look around the room and you look out the window, you know what you're looking at, you know what we call it, a tree, a bird, a flower. You know what you're seeing, you know what you're looking at. And this is just part of the average human condition. We all do it, everyone does it. It's just part of the witnessing of life as it moves by. One of the things that you may recognize is that when you look at something with memory being pulled into what you see, you are no longer seeing what is really there. What you are seeing is what your memory tells you continues to be there. So, meaning if you see an eagle flying in the sky and you saw an eagle flying in the sky 5 years ago, and you happen to see an eagle this morning, the eagle that you represented to your mind 5 years ago also enters into the assessment saying, oh, the eagle I saw this morning was different. Oh, the eagle I saw last time was a male. The eagle I saw this time seems to be a female. The eagle last time was flying higher and faster. This eagle seemed lower and sitting on a branch. There's this form of assessment, which means you're comparing the eagle before to the eagle now. On one level, this is practical. It has a practical value for you. Of course, you can compare A to B. But on an internal level, it can be quite problematic because the past is always intruding into the present moment. And when you are clear in the present moment, you see the eagle as though you're seeing it for the first time. There's a very beautiful little quote. It's very short and very beautiful. The quote simply says, "You have never experienced this moment before." And that is so accurate and so true. You have never been in this moment before. I'm not saying the moment you're sharing with me. Of course not. I'm talking about just this moment, the moment I'm in, the moment you're in. We've never been here before. What tells us we have been here before is that there is some memory about doing it. We've done something similar in the past, and we claim we're doing it again. We are not doing it again. It is a facsimile. It looks and appears similar. It may be a repetition almost to a point, but it is always fresh and it is always new. It is never old news, never. It is continuing fresh. When you see this moment without the intrusion of the past, with rationalizing, with judgment, with opinion, all of those things, this moment then blossoms spontaneously in its true nature, we call it, or its intended appearance. That is a miracle. Now, when working in Zen practice and working in meditation for myself, and I've worked with others, one of the things that we're asked to notice, and I mentioned this a little bit back when I was talking at the beginning, we generally are aware on most levels of what our body is feeling. Our five senses kick in. If I hear a loud noise, or I catch an odd smell, or I touch something hot, or, I have different reactions of what I'm seeing. If I have some sense of friction, anything, my body senses are always alert. The nervous system is always activating. And it serves as a great guide not to touch something too much, not to go too far, not to look up too far. It helps us guide ourselves into this amazing world that we experience. We have been blessed with amazing senses. We can move around the planet. As human animals, we can adapt to almost any place on Earth, either naturally and or with the assistance of man-created insulation and wind blowers and heater systems and cars that travel and planes that fly. No other creature on planet Earth can do that except the humans. We have been uniquely gifted with so many wonderful things. And yes, for many people, it just is not enough. All right? Just not enough. Getting back. So when you're sitting down and paying attention to how your body feels, can you ever ask yourself, or would you be willing to ask yourself, who is this? What is this that notices my body? Your first reflex might be, well, it's my thoughts, right? Secondly, you have emotions. Your emotions are at 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's say when you wake up, you have a sense of expectation. Maybe you're going for your job. Maybe you're going for a college exam. Maybe you're going to the beach. You have a certain sense of what to anticipate. You have a certain sense, an impression, so to speak, of what you're about to go into. There's a certain hope of a great day. I want it to be wonderful, and so on and so on. And you begin to project forward what you hope it will become like, right? You set a kind of a thermometer, as it were, for your emotions to hit a certain high point. And throughout the course of the day, you may actually experience those little rises in the great happiness of the moment. And then all of a sudden it dips away again. And this is why emotions are always being asked to be observed. We look at emotions like we kind of watch a movie screen. And we kind of say, oh, at 8 o'clock I was this. By noon I was like that. 2 o'clock in the afternoon I was like this. 8 o'clock in the evening I'm like this. I'm always changing emotionally. The word emotion comes from the Greek meaning emovera. Emovera is an ancient Greek term which points to the modernized term emotion, which means in the Greek theater, it meant the one who was changing the masks. You know, the Greek tragic masks of joy and sorrow. Those are the masks. And in Greek theater, they would say these actors are constantly changing how they appear and how they look. And they went on to say humans do this all day. They have one face, then they have another face, then they have another face, then they have another face. Which one are you? Right? Well, it depends on when you catch me. Right? That's always the comment. Depends on the mood I'm in. And you'll catch that, or you'll catch this, or you'll catch this, or you'll catch that. So my point is, who is it or what is this that recognizes your emotions? Right? Who is it? I mean, there's something that is aware of how you feel. There's something that is aware of how you feel emotionally. And then, of course, we all have thoughts. We think about this. We think about the past. We think about the future. We think about this. We think about our wife. We think about our kids. We think about our job. We think about money. We think about our bills. We're always in thought, right? Always. And those thoughts generate reactions, and those reactions are what I referred to a moment ago as your emotional responses. If your thoughts are negative, your emotions tend to be negative. If your thoughts are upbeat and positive, your emotions tend to be more subtle. It's the nature of the human animal. What is all of this leading to? Here's the big question, and this is the question that is asked by almost every spiritual teacher I've been around. They ask simply, what is this? Not necessarily the who, right? Like the who. I mean, I use the term who from time to time, but more fundamentally, more deeply, more specifically, what is this? Not the who. What is this that is aware of thinking? What is this that is aware of your thoughts? What is this that is aware of your shifting, constant changing emotions? What is this that is aware sensorily about your own being, about the world around you? What is this that notices all of it? So when you are thinking and you are aware that you are thinking, what is this that notices this thinking person? And that is a question people have scratched their heads over forever. In some circles, they will say it's your soul. Some circles will say it's your spirit. Some circles will say it's your consciousness, your awareness of consciousness. There are many terms that are used to describe this process. When you step back and really penetrate and really see it, you will begin to sense that you are born eternal, that you are awareness itself. You are the beacon of life itself. And to come to see that all of your thoughts, your physical appearance, your emotions, all of this is constantly fleeting, constantly shifting, constantly moving. Just step back and look at your younger years, and you'll see how things have changed and continue to change. One moment floating into the next, change after change after change after change. You are the living caterpillar becoming the living butterfly. You are dying to the past, being reborn every moment into this moment. This, my friends, is who and what you truly are. You are the soul of life itself, with all its awe and all its experience. Do your best not to get caught up in holding on to anything. Just allow the moments to rise. If they are loving, embrace it. If it's sorrowful, embrace it, because that is what is happening in the moment. So if you have some time, step back and ask yourself, what is this that allows me to witness my own incredible being? What is this that lets me be aware of my breath and my heartbeat and the eyes that see and the ears that hear? What is this that tells me I am in love with another? What is this that tells me one day my time will come where I will cross and I will shift into another form of expression? What is this that brings me so much love and peace? Go find out. Take some time. It is the most important single experience you can have. For some, they make the statement, I now know who I am. I am a child of the Creator. I am one with all things. That is truly what you are. Thank you for listening.